Good evening. Have you ever heard of the proverb that says crime doesn't pay? Have you ever wondered what this proverb means? In order not to tire yourself by searching a lot, I'll tell you about the meaning of this proverb by telling a short story that explains its meaning. But before we start telling the story, we must know the meaning of the proverb and some information about it. First, I'll tell you about the meaning. The meaning of this proverb is a criminal always has to bear the consequence of his or her actions. And the origin of this verb, or I'm sorry, the origin of this proverb, this proverb is an example of a Victorian saying that was meant to encourage morality and work. It was something that, for the smooth working of society, the authorities would like the populace to believe rather than a time tasted encapsulation of human wisdom. And I think this all about the proverb here. And I think let's get started with our story. Um, Maybe most of you don't convince by this proverb, but I think in this story or after telling this story, I will convince you that crime doesn't pay. Because let me tell you the thing, don't steal if you need money, but you should find a better way. But you must find a better way. So you should believe me when I tell you that crime doesn't pay. So let's get started with our story here. The name of this story is The Little Arabian in a Robbery. And I think so. The Little Arabian in a Robbery. This is the name of our story. And also we have some main characters here, such as the first main character is the Little Arabian, and the rest are the gang. I mean, these three persons instead of us who are wearing these masks here. And also we have some secondary characters like the cashiers, as the client in the bank, and also the police. And also we have some places here. I think the first place is the city bank, and the second place in the street, or I should use the preposition on, so on the street. And this is a simple story. After telling this story, you will convince by yourself, and I really know how to convince you. So let's get started with the robbery. First of all, just let us translate this story here in the city bank. So this is our first place, city bank. What's this? What's happening inside the bank? Raise up your hands. Nobody moves, or we will shoot you. Come on, cute. So here in this, so I mean here in the first picture here in this comics, as you can see, as usual here some clients and in the bank, and also we have the cashiers. Many people are working in this bank, and suddenly they found the three intruders. They are wearing masks, but it's unusual masks because these masks, I think these masks for what, for animals as you can see here. I don't know what kind of these animals, but I think this is for hiding their faces, because nobody will know their identity, their identity or their faces, just for hiding. So I think this is a robbery. And in the second picture here, as you can see, one of the gang said to the cashier that, "Come on, cute, fill this bag with cash, all kinds of big coins. Awesome. I love the helpful cashiers." So I think the cashier gave him all kinds of money as he told him. And I think some of the clients, or maybe someone who we don't know him, set off the alarms. So one, I think the boss said that, "Who set off the alarms? We can kill you all. You come with us." I think they will take one of the clients as a hostage, and I think they will take the little Arabian. What? To where? Where are you taking me? I have nothing to do with all this. Yeah, I think the little Arabian has nothing to do with all of this, but I think he will be a victim for this gang. But I think let's continue this story and see if he will be the victim or one of the gang will be the victim. Okay? Here. "Don't speak and don't resist, or I'll shoot you. I do wanna be with thieves. Don't be rude. Get in quickly." I think he get in the car quickly. Okay. Now, so I think one of the gang said this sentence. "Now we guarantee that the police will not shoot us while you are with us." What? That means I'm a human shield. Yeah, here. And also, "Call it whatever you like, but we won't leave you before we get out of the crowd of the city." So, I think as the little Arabian started talking with them, "You will not get away with this picture. How genius!" So, as you can see here, this kid is looking at them in a strange way because they are wearing some weird masks on their faces that I have never ever seen anybody wear something like this, because I think they are a stupid gang. I think this just it was a sold. How genius! These masks on your faces will attract everyone's attention. And I think he's right. He's right, boss. So one of the gang said to the boss, "He's right, boss. Shut up, stupid. He just wants us to see our faces." "And what I'm going to do with your faces? I'm held in your hands. Generally, it's up to you." So, and I think the boss said that, "Do you want to show us that you care for us here?" And the little Arabian said, "On the contrary, you are professional thieves and you know what you're doing. Take off all your masks." And I think the boss has decided that everyone will take off his mask. "Your order, chief. As long as we are away from the danger circle, why don't you let me go?" Very cute. So you go straight to the police. So I think this gang won't never. I think they will never let the little Arabian go. I don't know why, because they are keeping him as a human shield to avoid, to avoid shooting them from the police. "We won't leave you until we get to the other car." So I think they are very smart because they brought two cars. As you can see in all movies in Hollywood, after they robbing the bank and take all the money in the car, they will change the car by another one to avoid the police. Okay, to avoid the police. So we are smart. So in this one, We are smart. We will change the score and use another that the police don't know, and we will leave town quickly. Where did you leave the scar? The little Arabian asked them. Here, on a quiet street in Rose neighborhood. There is no Rose neighborhood in the city. Maybe you mean flowers? Maybe. I didn't check too much. It's almost the same meaning. No, because that means we are going in the wrong direction. So as you can see here, we have, and I think we have a stupid gang because they didn't check from the names. I don't know what kind of this gang, but let's continue this one. Impossible. We are smarter than that. Okay, here and also here. Do you know the direction well? No, boss. I didn't know which way to go in the city. What a pity. We are the dumbest gang ever. Where are we going? So I think the little Arabian will give them a hand. I think he will help them. I don't know if he will do this or if it's a trick. First, we have to go in the opposite direction. And so he will tell them about the direction. Enter through this hole and deviate to the small street that will appear on the left. Okay, I think he is giving them the direction here and here. It's a confusing, stranger. Why are you helping us escape from the police? You're supposed to hate us. Really? I'm afraid that the police will shoot us, and I also want to finish this matter and go home. This is the neighborhood which you are looking for. So I think they have reached their destination. Really? Here is the car. You stand your ground here. Where is the car, boss? Where to go? I'm sure I left it here. Maybe it was stolen by thieves. So, other thieves, there is no more safety in the city. We missed our chance to escape. We can't leave the city. The police is going to surround us. I have a suggestion. So I think the little Arabian is going to make like a trick or he is making an ambush. I feel like there is an ambush waiting for this stupid gang. Okay? And I think they will. So, what? Will you give us your car? No, of course, I'm not your partner, but I can help you get out of town. Oh, really? I don't know what kind of this stupid gang, but I think they should have asked themselves this question: why are this stranger helping us? He is, I think, is he just helping us for free? No, I think there is an ambush, a big ambush waiting for them. Okay? Of course, I know the side roads that avoid all the checkpoints. Why are you trying to help us? Do you expect us to share the money with you? Here? I didn't think about it and I don't want, as I told you before, I want this to be over to go home. Here. Let him lead us, boss. I feel like we are mice in a trap. Okay, go ahead. Walk in this narrow street all the way to the end and turn right. Don't be afraid, you will find a surprise in the end. The roads are getting narrower. I'm afraid they will become plugged. Okay. Enter this yard so we can turn the car around here immediately. Surrender yourself. All come out with your hands up. What's this? How did you expect us? I think the police is surround all the place and I think they will be arrested right now. This young man led you to us. You deceived us? What was I going to do with the bunch of thieves who took me as a hostage? Here, I think the little Arabian deceived them because they are just stupid. But how did they expect us and get prepared for us? I seized the opportunity of your searching about the car. I sent the police a message letting them know where we are going. Damn, damn, and we should have taken the phone from you. Simple fault, but it was your end. So, could you tell me what was the trick? So you could tell me what was the trick? I think if we get back in these pages here, when the little Arabian gave them the wrong direction. I think they were asking about the Rose neighborhood, and the little Arabian told them that there isn't a neighborhood which called Rose. I think he gave them the wrong direction to seize this opportunity while they are searching for the car, and he sent a message for, and I think he sent a message to the police, and I think it's a good deed. I think really it's a good and a brave deed. And I think this story tells us that crime doesn't pay. So no matter how good of a reason you have to steal, but I think a crime doesn't pay. So don't try to steal if you need money. Just you must find a better way, as I told you at the beginning, and we must learn that simple mistakes lead to catastrophic ends. And I think the disaster or the fault is the gang. I think their fault was they forget to take the cell phone from him. So, as I told you, simple mistakes lead to catastrophic ends. And I think you should believe me when I say crime doesn't pay. And thank you very much uh, for watching or for watching this story. Thanks a lot.